Hey everyone, it's Clint Tucker, guitar trainer and coach. It is Fretwork Friday, Volume 17. We're just going to get back to basics today. If you would, go ahead and let's grab your guitars and let's tune up real quick. Let me just make sure I'm still good. Okay, good. 6E, 5A, 4D, 3G, 2B, and 1E. The gear I'm using today is my Alvarez Artist. I think it's a 2014 or 2014 model. Love this guitar. It's very inexpensive, but it's been very, very good at recording, and it's got a nice balanced even tone, so I really enjoy it. We're going to keep it really simple today. If you are struggling with getting accurate with your picking hand, here's a couple of things you can start to work on, and you don't even need to be playing a chord or anything with the fretting hand to work on this. What we're going to do is we're going to practice our free stroke and our rest stroke, and we need to feel what they feel like, the differences between the two. So if you play let's play the D string, okay, the 4th string. When you play it with a free stroke, your pick should slightly come off of the guitar, but the distance that it should be away from your strings should be no more than a couple of millimeters. That's it. Maybe 3 to 4 millimeters. So like not even a 1/4 of an inch, 1/10 of an inch. And if you do a rest stroke, that needs to actually have the pick plant through this string into the next string that's adjacent, and it needs to rest on that string. So we do a free, you need to feel like you're doing like a slight scoop. When you do a rest stroke, you need to feel like you go straight down. Free, rest. Free, rest. Take the pick away. Let's grab good old P, the thumb, and do the exact same thing. Do a free stroke with your thumb. It should feel like it's just going straight off the string. And then do a rest stroke. Should be resting on that G string. So free, rest. Free, rest. Just by doing that, you should feel the difference between the free and the rest. And what you can do is you can now start practicing from the inside, the 4th and 3rd strings, and working your way either down or up. And if you're going to do a free stroke and you come up to the string above you, you should feel like you're doing a slight curl. So what you can practice is prepping your pick. So you can hit the open string, then prep and rest on top of that 5th string. So if it sounds like that, you've done it right. Because in the process of doing that prep, you're making a staccato kind of like closing the note down. When you play a rest stroke, you're going to hear that D string really ring out. Very clean, very clear, very articulate. When you do the free stroke, if you want to make sure it stays and rings out, you got to take a bigger curl to get on top of that 5 string so it still rings out. So you can practice both variations. A really quick with quick prep, that'll be for a very fast movement. or a very slow kind of scenic route that your pick will take. And that would be great to practice by playing another note after that to see if it can continue to ring out when you play that other note. So remember, this will be a challenge for your fretting hand if you want to do that. By playing the free stroke, then getting the fingertip almost like straight up and down on that note, which really would be straight in, and think about using this knuckle to actually press the finger down. If you do that, now you can actually practice to see if you get your placement right, plus you're actually letting that string vibrate. Then press it with your, with your different digits. Start it with your index if you want to. So what I'm doing is I am playing the D open, and then I'm going to the 8th fret to play F. Then I'm going to the 7th fret to play E. All on that A string. Then I'm going to the 6th to play D sharp. And then I'm practicing the unison. Now, that looks like a lot of work. So what you can do to make it even more challenging is to use all 4 fingers. So the idea of this is we play the free stroke, then we play the pinky, then the ring, middle, index. Then if you want to practice it for the next string, the A string, you just, repeat this process up a string apiece. It's going to be a little trickier. You almost can feel your finger. If you want to do it for the G string, oh, did you hear me accidentally hit that? I did it again. You got to really watch that thumb right there. This is deceptively difficult. But if you practice that right there, that'll work on 2 aspects. It'll work on your free stroke and your prep to get to the next note, the adjacent note. And it'll also work on your fretting hand, your placement. Look at that. You see that? I mean, it's like I'm straight up and down. Now that makes it easier if you're already pressed in, but I don't want to make it easier. I want to work on my placement skills. So that can be a lot of fun. And then when you work on your scales, your chords, you should start to notice that you're getting better results by working on this placement practice. And we can do that for every string, whichever way you want to go, and you can practice it on any spot of the guitar, especially if you notice that you want to work on your stretching. You can practice it into the, first position or the second position. It's going to sound slightly different though. But that's a great way to get warmed up for the day. You're working on your mind and you're working on your hands, and it doesn't take very long to start seeing that you're ready to practice and get going on the rest of your itinerary for the day. Work on your rest stroke. You can practice doing a 2 rest strokes. You also can just practice the rest stroke by itself. But either way, you can start to notice that they have their advantages for both types of movement with the pick. The rest stroke will definitely come into play when we want to work on sweeping. And the free stroke will work great on doing string skipping. So keep that in mind if you want to work on a specific type of musical device, whether it be sweeping, arpeggios, or string skipping scales. You're going to either need to use the free stroke or that rest stroke. So this is a way to practice it very, very simply. Simplicity is the sign of brilliance. So keep that in mind. And repetition is the mother of skill. Thank you so much for taking time with me today. I hope everyone has a blessed weekend. Be safe. And tune in next week and we'll start working on some more things, okay? Y'all have a blessed one. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Bye.